Hello everyone and welcome to Gierok Farms. In today's video we are going to be getting my planter, my John Deere 7000 6-row planter, out of the shed there. There's a couple of small things I got to do to it. Otherwise it's fairly ready to go, and we're going to get it positioned in a way to where if the weather stays nice here, I can just hook on and go in a couple weeks. I'm currently filming this on April 6th and the weather is really nice currently. It's a very breezy day. It's going to get to a high of like 60 today, so we got to get that planter out of the shed, get it ready to go, so that if in 2 weeks from now it's staying like this and drying out, we could be putting a crop in the ground. That's a pretty ambitious timeline, but if that's the case, I want to be ready and I want to be able to put it in early. Especially with my off the farm schedule, I need to have the ability to just hook on and go when it's time to plant. So Dad already moved the cattle trailer out of here, and we got some other miscellaneous items, four-wheeler, duals, snow blower, stuff like that. Then we got to put everything back in here. So to start off, we got to do a little machinery slash item shuffle here. And then I also kind of want to build a bit of a brace in the center going across the top to make it a little bit of a peak there, so I can throw a tarp over the top. I'm gonna make it super temporary, just out of 2x4s and some bolts. Plan is to put some dry fertilizer starter through that planter, being it has the capability to do so. But the field I have to use the planter on, and I'm going to need to stage this wagon over there, because once I put starter in it, I'm not going to want to move it, especially if it's full. And over by that field, there isn't any shed space. In case it times out to where I get my starter a day or two ahead of time, I want to be able to cover it so we don't run the risk of getting rain in my starter mix, because that would just turn to mush, and I don't want that. And then I also don't want to have to worry about it if I'm not here and able to move it, or even if I am and I'm busy with something else, then it can just sit there with a tarp strapped over the top, and it'll have a nice peak to allow water to flow down. So that'll be after we get the planter all ready to go. So let's get this equipment moved out of the way and get that planter out front and ready to work on by the shop.
Over there just a little bit. Barely fits in here. It's like a good 16 feet. Maybe just a tad more. I'm gonna mix that red tractor up with this John Deere planter. Ready to legal in this state. There she is. Somebody was looking for our Saint Bernard. She's still here. I think she's sleeping a lot more and hiding in the daytime. She's more of a night dog. Grouching at the coyotes and stuff, aren't ya? Patrolling at night, sleeping in the day. Okay, gotta get all this stuff back in case somebody's wondering. That's the brand name of the snowblower. Comes out of Canada. Seems like we're just moving it all the time instead of using it. I guess when you really need it, it'll matter.
Okay, got the planter out to work on it. Dad's gonna keep shuffling stuff around in the shed, make some room in the main part of that machine shed so we can have the markers on and ready to go. As you've seen, I took them extensions off. They were just sitting on the planter. I'm not gonna mess around with them this year. If I wanted to put them on, I would have to extend our brackets for our auger, or I would just have to get rid of the auger, which I want to keep it. That should make it really nice for filling. And then I've also heard that if you're going to add extra capacity to your fertilizer boxes, that some guys have had to strengthen up the brackets that hold the fertilizer box. So you let me know in the comments, those of you with a John Deere 7000 and have done that, let me know if you guys have had to beef up your brackets that hold everything, or if you've gotten away with using the old brackets. I don't plan on putting a lot of fertilizer in them this year anyways, with the amount of land that I'm able to crop. I'm not too worried about it. It's not going to be a efficiency saver or killer right now, so we're going to go without it because I'd have to do some major fabricating anyways. I have to replace for sure one of these rollers here. This one here I need to replace. It's very crooked, and then I think I'm also going to take off these drive chains right away, so then we can tow it down the road when it's time, and I don't have to worry about taking those chains off, along with replacing the international hydraulic couplers with some Pioneer ones. I got two more from John Deere. I bought the O-ring ones and the pipe thread ones, and I think these are O-ring, so I'm gonna have to get 2 more O-ring ones. We might have some here at the farm, so I'll look around for those. But otherwise, there shouldn't be a whole lot to do to this thing. More or less just getting it out and ready to go in an easy spot to just hook on and go. Tension this chain really quick. This is one of the drive chains. There, that chain ain't sagging as much now. I like that a lot better. Okay, I have all of my drive chains off, and looking through the idler wheels, I wish I would have bought some more, but these are still spinning freely. The little bushing on the inside is okay yet, whereas like on this one, that one's kind of seized up down there. This one's still spinning freely, and then I got one over here without a bushing in it either, just a bolt through it. That's this guy right here, I think. So gonna for sure replace those two, but wish I would have bought more. But we ain't got a whole lot of acres to plant this year so far. Thread that off the end. Probably save this though as like a spare, because it did work. It was just very loose. It must have been a makeshift item there, or aftermarket. but this idler seems okay. Maybe we'll put this guy back on if the John Deere bushing, that steel one, goes in here. Or we could save this as a spare to swap with that other one. Got the new idler wheel and bushing. It's like aluminum. Update. Been working on these rollers, got all the drive chains off, and now most of our rollers are in pretty good shape. Replaced that one down there, and then that spare one I had I put over here. The one on top was getting really bad, so that's still a used one, but it's better than what was there. And then this one here, I had to make my own bolt. That's why it's a bit longer, but it's better than what I put in there last spring, and I got a nice new roller. So if everything works as it should, and I have no major issues with this planter this spring, I could see next winter putting some more money into it, adding on to this, and new chains maybe, and the rest of those rollers, put some new ones on. Next, I'm gonna move on to changing out these hydraulic fittings here. I don't think I have enough, like I was saying, so we'll change out the ones for the main cylinder for the planter first. Jeez, wish I was by the vise. There we go. Looks like they're O-ring. I should have bought 4 O-rings. It is what it is. Have to get some more. One goes on really loose and one goes on hard. And take a chance. One that goes on tight. Might regret it, huh? I'll find out though. There we go. Looks good. Got them two. I'm gonna go check our shop supplies here and see if we don't have some more. I have a feeling we don't. Found some. Dad must have bought some, so we'll see if they work. And if they do work, and I don't tell you, Dad, I owe you 2 Pioneer fittings. I have to add it to the bill. So we'll give them a try, see if they work. Not sure if they're pipe or O-ring. Too loose. These ain't gonna work. Never mind, take them off the bill. Putting them back. Actually, I think I'll add these other pipe Pioneer fittings to your stash, Dad. So we'll have 4 extra pipe to Pioneer fittings. So there you go. In case you guys were wondering what all the background noise was, Dad is using the sawmill to make some 2x4s for one of Mason's projects. Mason's building like a little hunting shack, a really nice hunting shack. I think I'm about done here with the planter. I just have to get those Pioneer fittings, the right ones. Otherwise, I'm pretty happy. I'm gonna throw a little grease at it quick There's a couple research I noticed I missed last year. That's okay, we're still learning this planter. And then we'll get that running gear over here with that starter fertilizer box on it. Okay, now I'm gonna shuffle the equipment around in here and get that planter in the back corner. Might have to move some hay bales out of the way. I know Dad wants to be able to have access to everything in here. Maybe we'll just move the 7810 forward and put it in that spot. Then I should be able to get to everything for a while. Get the Oliver out of the way, 7405 out of the way. Sounds like a plan right there. Okay, now to see if we can make something work for this gravity wagon here. I think I'll just work on it back here. Nice and shaded back here anyways. First I got this homemade roof here. Let's see if this is even big enough to cover. Otherwise I'll need to get a whole different tarp. Okay, so for the past 15 minutes I've been gathering supplies and kind of dreaming up a plan. Got my lumber over here, got some tools, and I'm gonna need to get another tarp, which is okay. The tarp I got is just too small, but something like a tarp, even if I only use this once and then always have a shed to hide this under, I'm gonna be really happy that I bought that tarp and put in the work to make a peak to this trailer, because if it can prevent my fertilizer from getting wet, that off chance that it will be full of fertilizer staged at the field and then a rainstorm's coming through, I'm gonna be really happy that I have it covered. Gonna be getting a tarp. You can never go wrong having something like that. Be able to use it plenty of other places. I'm gonna get up there. I'm gonna put one piece across the front, not quite all the way up front here, back where it's starts to slant down. That's where I'm gonna screw a piece crossways, and then we're gonna go with this real long 2x4, the length of the trailer right in the middle, and then those small 2x4s are gonna kind of raise that up and get our height so that we got a nice slope to the edge of the gravity box. It actually worked out good. This guy was in our scrap pile. He was actually really crooked. Yeah, you can see it there. I'll just try to put the bow so it's up, and then it'll actually work even better as a roof. So we'll get to work. Man, this pine is really soft. There's nothing really to even bite to when you put a screw in, but we'll make it work. It's not holding up the world here. It's just supposed to help shed some water. I like it. That should really work. That'll give us a really nice slope to the edge. So we'll get a bigger tarp ordered with some eyelets in the edges, and then we'll hook it to the edge of the gravity wagon under that lip. That'll work out really, really nice. So super happy with how simple something like that is, and the amount of security it will provide for me. Looking around this box, I gotta clean this chaff out of here, and then I think I'm gonna go grab a little bit of caulk or something, patch them holes quick while I'm giving this box some TLC. So okay, and that is going to be an end to the planter prep afternoon. And I thank you all for sticking to the end of the video. Make sure to leave plenty of comments for me telling me what I should be doing with that corn planter, any improvements I should be making or changes I should be doing. But I'm very excited for this spring planting season, and I hope you guys are too. Should be lots of in-field content here coming up soon. If you haven't already, make sure to go check out GierokFarms.com. We got a lot of interesting stuff on there. Also subscribe, share, like if you haven't already. But that's going to be it. We will see you guys next time.